story. Yeah. I read all the books.
So yeah, if you don't read the book, so when you watch that movie,
Yeah.
you're
Don't know
just
what's
like,
going on.
what is?
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
Yeah.
You know, in the one with Kyle MacLachlan,
Yeah.
that version, one of my favorite things is when they brought in the navigator. Looked like a big goldfish.
Yeah.
That's right. A big thank you to Desert Financial for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight program. Happy Friday, everyone. That's right. It is Friday. So you know what time it is. It is Hometown Movie Guys time. Welcome, everyone.
Where's our theme song?
I need to, you know what?
We could sing.
Yes, let's sing. Let's
Let's
sing.
sing.
Oh,
You
God.
could sing it. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know where. Where is the theme song?
We really need-
That hasn't played in a while,
We
has
need
it?
something old Hollywood, you know. Old
Oh yeah, like the fox. Ba-ba-da-bum.
So here we go. I know where it is. You want to? Here it is. Here it is. Real quick. I will put that in there. The theme song because Andy, I think you had this when you and Craig over in our old building, Western Village, came over a few times, and we had this. There are two things I'd like to insert here, and we'll play.
I like your new digs, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. We love our new digs.
Yeah.
We love the
The
KRIM
digs are
Cottage.
very ridiculous.
We loved being there with Sue Malinsky, wonderful lady in Western Village, a great, building and a great place to be for a little while. But it was time to move on,
Yeah.
and thankfully we found this building. Sammy Frazier, if you're listening, thank you, Sammy.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, she lived here in the building, and it was wonderful. And then also Chuck Baker and Karen Baker, they had it as a little massage studio before. So so it is great.
It's
And
got good vibrations.
it has good vibes, man. Good vibes,
Good
man.
vibes.
Hey, and everyone, if you're listening on the radio, know that you can also be watching us on the KRIM FM Facebook page or KRIM 96.3 FM YouTube channel. And we have a special little image, our Hometown Movie Guys caricature, that if you haven't seen it, it is wonderful.
Very clever.
Clever.
Classy.
Classy.
Yes.
Another C word, Craig.
Shiny.
Describe it. Clever, classy,
Shiny, yeah.
Well, here we go. So, I guess we need to play this before we start the program. Here we go.
Oh.
There it is. There it is. That's right.
Oh, it gets me in the
Dun-dun-dun.
mood.
Dun-dun-dun. And here we go. And now, that's right, a little sawmill whistle. In honor of the Sawmill
Great.
Yeah, Sawmill Theater Complex. So that sawmill and that.
So you're gonna have to do this every week.
I will.
Randy, sorry. Yeah.
No.
No.
I'll put it in there so Randy can be part of the fireworks as well.
I'm so disloyal. I'm sorry.
No, Randy's gone for one day. You're like, Randy who?
I've been 5 minutes.
So Randy, that's right. He is up with family in Starlight Pines.
Nice.
If you want the exact address, just message us. I'll do that. Go bother him. I mean, visit
Go
with
up and
him
drop
in
off
Starlight
beer,
Pines.
right?
Yeah, or other beverages. But he's having probably a wonderful time with family up there. So I hope he enjoys the weekend. And hey, movie time! It is movie time.
Yes.
So at Sawmill Theaters, have any new movies?
Yeah, today, big one, Wrath of Man.
Oh boy.
It's a Guy Ritchie film.
Yes.
I did Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Some good action stuff there. Jason Statham, yeah.
That boy.
Jason Statham, some bad guys kill his son, so he goes undercover with a armored car company to find out who did it.
Wow. Hey,
And slay them.
and
Yeah, this
There-
one's,
and I think there's a lot of slaying.
well, this one's got an R rating to it. If you've seen any Guy Ritchie films, there's going to be some language and some violence.
It's going
yeah.
to be oodles of language and oodles of violence.
Right.
And some good comedy, too. A little bit of, yeah.
You know, Guy Ritchie is an English guy, and they have distinct nomenclature in their bad words. And it's slightly different than it is in this country. So, and shocking for Americans to hear them just roll these things off their tongue so easily.
Yes, with the S word, they use the long I. And it's interesting. I mean, I think it's very melodic, and I may adopt that.
It's
The English swearing versions.
English, yes. So if you see Tina here,
And when I was a
Near
kid,
future.
living in English countries, the big, their swear word then was bloody.
bloody, yes.
And I mean, to me, it was like no big deal. I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
that as a kid, and they would look, oh, no. And that was really a bad word.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other thing, if you're watching, you will
Yeah.
see this. You can't see it over the radio, but right here.
Oh.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't mean anything. I was just
Oh, yeah.
demonstrating.
Mm.
Just demonstrating.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
So-
the euphemism for bloody was ruddy.
Oh.
So, you quite ruddy good, instead of, it was bad to say bloody. It was really bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you said ruddy, I thought of Randy. Not Randy Roberson, but being Randy and the other.
Oh, Randy.
Getting,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
feeling a little
adjective.
Randy.
Yes.
Yeah, a little Austin Powers Randy. Yeah.
And this will be the fourth time that Guy Ritchie has used Jason Statham in a movie.
Yeah.
He was in the incomparable Snatch.
Yes.
Probably the greatest movie ever made.
Except, wait, you're
It was really
so
good.
fickle.
Wait, you
It
said
was really
that.
good.
You said that about the movie that
Well,
we
that was-
Well, don't say it because I want to ask this question. I want to pose.
Okay, that was so 5 minutes ago.
That was like 5 minutes ago. I would like
Fickle.
to pose this question to our listeners, and you can answer this question by posting or commenting on the Facebook page. So if you know the answer to this question, because I asked the Hometown Movie Guys, and it only took about a minute or so, and they came up with the answer. So quite
Yeah.
impressive. That's why
We were
they're.
floundering though, I gotta confess. I was out for lunch and then he came up with it.
Even,
Of course I did.
Even if you were floundering, it was very stoic. Your floundering was stoic in that you kept a good poker face. You might have been floundering inside, but you
Yeah.
came up with it. So the question is, in 1997, on this day in movie history, a science fiction film was released that was the most expensive European film ever made. So
Even today?
does Andy knows?
He knows.
No.
Not
No,
today,
no,
not today.
Up to that time.
But
Oh.
at that
It's his
time,
favorite film
so it is.
of all time,
It is.
except for Snatch.
But it doesn't have zombies. So your favorite film of all time.
Well, is there?
There's
Are there
zombies.
zombies?
No,
It's
not
sci-
quite zombie.
Maybe
No.
zombie-esque
No.
behavior.
No,
No?
no zombies. So your favorite film of all
You are
time
fickle.
does not have zombies.
No,
Uh-oh.
it's got, it does have some of my favorite actors and certainly among my favorite directors.
It's got Mia in it. That's what's.
Whoa, Craig, don't give it away.
No, don't give it away.
Whoa,
Give
we
it
have
away.
to see if anyone
Right.
gets it.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
anyone watching on our Facebook, and Nicole Depew watching,
Hi, Nicole. Hi,
listening
Nicole.
and watching at Black and Tan.
Yay.
Yay.
So hello, Black and Tan,
Yay.
Nicole and Leanne.
Yeah.
So we had Guy Ritchie used Jason Statham in Snatch, as we said, but he also used him in his immediate next movie, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which is also absolutely
Stellar.
fabulous.
Mhm.
And then a few years later, there's another movie called Revolver that he made and used
Right.
Jason Statham. And oddly enough, all three of these movies are set in London and deal with the London underworld, British gangsters.
Yes.
And this movie that we're going to see today at 1 o'clock
1
at the
o'clock.
Sawmill Theaters,
Yes.
where Guy Ritchie kind of shifts gears, and it's not a London movie, it's an LA movie, and it's not about British gangsters whatsoever. It's about American gangsters.
Still gangsters.
Guy Ritchie makes entertaining films.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That's the
He's very funny.
how the ratings go on them, but they're always entertaining.
Right.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah, in Snatch, it involves a bulldog consuming a 24-karat diamond.
I was waiting for what you were going to say there.
Hilarity ensues.
Yes, indeed. And Brad Pitt plays
Oh,
one
my
of
word.
his greatest roles, in which he speaks, but
Uh-huh.
one cannot understand anything he says except for one word, mema. That's a great movie.
So again,
And so we're expecting a lot from Wrath of Man.
Wrath of
Wrath of
Man.
Man, Wrath of Jason.
And showtimes 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 7 o'clock.
147, yeah.
147. That's right. And if you want to check out the movies that are playing at the Sawmill Theater, sawmilltheaters.com is where you can go. Let's see, Mortal Kombat. How has Mortal Kombat done?
You know, it started out good, just kind
Yeah.
of slowed down a bit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's based on video games. So if you're into that, you're really gonna like it.
Yes.
It is terribly violent,
Yes.
really bad language.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
Those three things always go together.
I guess
I enjoyed it.
I guess it's not for everybody, but you
Yeah.
know, if you like action films like that, and you know, kind of some sci-fi action, it was good fun.
And this is a Chinese movie, right?
I don't know if I'd call it a
Chinese. Well, Chinese money.
Certainly some influence there, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about Minari?
Oh,
Best
still
movie of the year.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Wow.
You know, it's seriously, for those of you who are complaining that Hollywood never does good movies anymore, and I feel your pain. Minari is such an exception. It's absolutely sweet, beautiful. Oh, it's wonderful. When we went with a friend, and we were together, and he had seen it. It was his third time that he was viewing it with us, and I really understand why. It's just beautiful.
Well, and now that the show times are 1:15, 4:15, 7:15.
Please go see it.
There we go. And how has that one done? What has the response been? I guess.
It's been okay.
It's been okay?
Yeah, again, you know, we're kind of going through we were kind of in a slow period. It's been more slow.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's worried about crowds, you don't have to worry about that.
Don't
worry
worry.
about that. You get in here and see some movies.
Yeah.
But Minari is I think a great example of how just absolutely stinking rich you could get in Hollywood if you do the right thing. For Mortal Kombat, they spent a kind of a medium $55 million to make it, but they've only brought in so far $67 million. So they're not profitable yet.
Okay.
But Minari, they spent a tiny, minuscule $2 million to make this
It's
thing.
amazing.
$2 million to make a movie.
Yeah.
To make a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
And it's brought in $12 million.
Oh, it's just.
Which means,
Yeah.
by my reckoning, Craig is the expert on this, but he's not allowed to disclose anything. But what I figure is the theater gets half and the movie production company gets half. That's the way I figure it. And if I'm anything like correct, the guys that made Minari, this wonderful 5-star movie that got, 6 Academy Award nominations?
Six nominations: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and then it won for Supporting Actress.
Supporting actress.
Wow.
The Grandma Lady.
Oh,
The Grandma Lady won.
Amazing.
Yeah. But so for making this wonderful movie, the guys that made it get to take home $4 million for their own selves. Ooh, good for them. As opposed to
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
which means they are on the hook for tens of millions of dollars that might take 30 years for them to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, and there's really no formula for that profit level.
Yes.
And the studios are really kind of secretive about it too. So I don't think anyone really knows. And sometimes I don't think the studios even know until 10 years down the road, you know, on what all. And there's tax credits and everything, they get,
Yeah, when you
Depending
watch
on-
the credits, it's weird, because you have a movie that's filmed in Namibia,
Mhm.
and then at the end, it says, made with credits from the South Queensland
Film board.
Film board,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
or the Quebec Film Board.
Yeah.
And I don't know how in the world they make money out of that stuff, but it's all some kind of tax jiggles.
Jiggles.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of jiggling going on there.
It's a complicated formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, it's a character study of just real people.
Mhm.
It's so tender and beautiful, and it restores my hope in some Hollywood possibilities.
Wow.
Because I'm pretty cynical right now.
That says a lot.
I know.
That says a lot about the movie.
Yeah.
You know what we got going on tonight?
No, what?
What?
Counting bullets.
Counting bullets. Oh, the Cowboys.
Yes, yeah, we got a Western tonight. It's one show only.
Really?
But yeah, this is, we got some local people in here.
Uh-huh.
The Oxbow outfit, some of them are actually in the movie. We got some as
Wow.
extras, some,
time is that?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock,
You got
Counting
just the
Bullets.
one show only.
Okay.
They're all gonna be down there in their full old Western attire. It's,
Excellent.
it's really neat. Yeah, it's really neat. They got some pretty cool outfits there. And like I said, they're all kind of in the movie. A lot of it was filmed in Arizona.
Mhm.
I think it's based up in Fort Huachuca.
For what you got? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
easy for you to say.
Yeah.
what I know, it's
Pronounce it,
affectionately
don't
called
spell
Fort Hoochie Coochie. Fort Hoochie Coochie down there.
And Craig, if I'm not mistaken, this is a local Arizona film production company,
Yes,
And they're making-
Travis Mills doing it, yeah.
and they're making a dozen of these westerns. Is that correct?
12, it's called, 12 movies in 12 months. We're not quite doing that, but
Close.
every couple months we're putting one out. We did one here a couple months back.
Was that the sheriff's wife, or?
Yes, I think that's what it's called, yeah.
Wow. So that's at 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock night, just $7 to get into.
Count the bullets.
7-7.
Counting bullets.
Counting bullets.
Yeah.
Counting bullets.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. Also, you brought in posters that
yeah.
are advertising the Faith movies.
Faith
Yes.
Film Festival, yeah, we got
Faith
that.
Whole new lineup.
We got the next 6 months lined up for that. That'll be the third Saturday of every month,
Great.
and we're doing Letters to God. That'll be a week from tomorrow.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, we're cruising right along now. We got
And then the classic movie we have in June.
June 5th. We're actually
Right.
that's going to be we're doing our classic movie, kind of mixing in with a fundraiser for local
Right.
veterans.
Mm-hmm.
The Longest Day.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, we got that.
Like John Wayne, Robert Ryan.
Yes, yeah.
Really good.
So that's kind of that's going to be kind of a big one. We got, I know Walt Blackman's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gozar might be there. I'm not sure on that one yet, but
Right.
so yeah,
Wow.
kind of a big thing. And like I said, that's $5 to get in. That's all going for our local veterans here.
Yeah.
That's great. And now, information on these movies, are they also on the website?
Yes.
All right, sawmilltheaters.com.
Yes,
So
yes.
check it out. And again, if you're listening on the radio today, you can be watching. You can be watching us. I don't know if you want to do that, but you can be.
Oh, no, they do.
They do.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, we cleaned up and everything.
They showered. They all showered today, this morning, or at least within the last 24 hours. So,
Close
you can-
enough.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, so KRIM FM Facebook page or the KRIM YouTube channel. Tune in.
So Minari really, as a
Yeah.
percentage, is really doing well. But if you want to talk about just a huge Godzilla of a movie,
Mm.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Mm-hmm. I
Me-
like. Oh, it
It's
was.
gonna be your last week to watch that too.
Oh,
That'll
it
be
is?
leaving next Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, so last opportunity to see it on the big screen. 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15.
And this is really kind of a feel-good movie too. It shows that even pretty severe enemies.
Yeah.
Godzilla and King Kong do not get along with each other
No,
whatsoever.
no.
For some reason, and I don't really know why, Godzilla just hates King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But by the end of the movie, sadly after Hong Kong has been reduced to rubble, but by the end of the movie, these two rivals who just can't stand one another team up.
Mhm.
They make friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they team up to combat Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
What an inspiring message.
Mhm.
And even if you don't get along with somebody, maybe you can find a way to, work to a common purpose,
Mhm.
which I think is an important lesson.
Yes, come together. It made me think of come together.
Oh, that band was just on just as
They
we came
were.
I
in.
know, I remember.
Whoever they are.
Whoever they are.
Ever.
And- And they have, the people that put this one together, the Godzilla movie, they spent an incredible $170 million to make this thing
Ooh.
in a plague year. So imagine the confidence that they had to spend that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
But it paid off for them. $416 million at the box office.
Wow.
That is a lot of dough.
416. That is.
Yeah, it's the biggest, by far of let's call it post-pandemic now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you.
Could we tell somebody this post-pandemic, or do we
Post-pandemic.
still have to be treating everything like it's?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I like that, post-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's time.
Wow. 400. What was that again?
416 million, and it's still,
Still
in-
going.
Yeah, it's still
Still
going.
going.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, none of these numbers I give you count, excuse me, Craig, I'm so sorry to even mention this, but revenues from streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and what about overseas?
No,
that
this is
counting
worldwide,
over-
it's
this is
worldwide,
worldwide.
yeah, a lot of those dollars were
Yeah.
originally paid in, was it yuan,
Mm.
Yeah.
Chinese money?
There you go. And the last two movies at the theater right now,
Oh, we
quite
got,
different.
you know what? Raya, The Last
Raya.
Dragon.
Yep.
That's a Disney animated one.
Yep.
This will be the last week for that one too. This week. Raya's going to be gone next Thursday then.
Gotcha.
And then we're starting, actually next week, we're starting our kids' classics.
Oh,
Yeah.
We got 10 weeks of kids' movies, one movie a week. It'd be $5 to get in,
Uh-huh.
or $10, and that would include a small drink and a small popcorn.
Yeah.
So we're starting out with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the 14th. It's next week. Then Matilda's on the 21st.
Oh, Matilda.
And I think then Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs on the 28th.
Oh, that's a
So-
great movie.
So like you said,
Movies
we'll,
all.
Yeah.
one movie a week, we'll jam through those. Like I said, I got 10 weeks of those lined up. $5 for the
Yeah.
kids all summer.
Yeah, Danny.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that is a very cool movie.
It is
Yeah.
cool. It is cool. And Matilda, Danny DeVito, and
I know.
Rhea Perlman in that.
Oh my gosh, that does go back. Yeah, that's a
They're
good movie.
great. And Matilda.
Yeah.
Oh, and what, Trunchbull? Or what was her? The principal. Trunchbull? Is that how you say her name? But the one, she was horrible.
Yeah.
Threw kids.
A long time.
Yeah, grabbed them by their pigtails and,
Oh, yeah.
like a hammer
Yeah.
throw or whatever, but threw them out the window. Oh my gosh.
It
Yeah,
sounds like you need to go.
I do. That's
Yeah.
a great movie.
Oh,
That's a really good movie.
And The Unholy.
That is, yes.
That's the last one.
So,
And in spite of, and this one, by the way, The Unholy is a profitable movie by my estimation as well. Often scary movies, and this one is kind of billed as a scary movie.
mhm,
Scary movies don't cost very much to make,
mhm,
and enough people like to go to movies and be scared
yeah,
that they're profitable, and that is the case in this one.
mhm,
Even though, in my estimation, it is not a scary movie,
no,
it is a religious movie.
mhm,
So,
Yeah, this Unholy. This will be the last week for the Unholy also.
Gotcha.
Then next week we've got Spiral coming in, which is going to be a little bit more on the scary side.
Ooh,
that's
Uh,
what
that's part of
Sammy
the-
Jackson.
Samuel Jackson and Chris Rock. This is part of the Saw series.
oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
We
Scary
got that
gory.
one.
Yeah.
Those Who Wish Me Dead next week too.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Documentary.
Wow.
Is it?
No, it's not a documentary.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so, okay.
What?
Wake up and live.
And then, Cruella,
Cruella's on it. Oh, that's the 28th.
28th.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of the kickoff of the summertime, the Memorial Day
Wow.
weekend. Cruella and Quiet Place 2.
There
Both
you
both on the
go.
28th, so we're
Quiet
we're,
Place
we're,
One.
yeah, we're going to try to
super
kick
good.
off
Yeah.
try to kick off the summer with a couple big ones.
Nice.
Is that made by the same people? Quiet
Yeah,
Place?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Yeah,
was
it's
good.
Mr. and Mrs.
Emily Blunt.
Krasinski.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were very good. Yeah.
And
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, yeah.
John. Is it
John Krasinski.
Krasinski?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He died in the first one, but
Mm-hmm.
he's directed both of these.
Doesn't mean he can't come back.
He can still direct.
It's only movie dead.
Movies.
Movie
Movie dead.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my husband would say, he was shot in the fleshy part of the heart. He survived, of course.
That'll do it in real life. That'll do
Of
it.
course he can come back. Super
Yeah.
easy.
Yes. Barely then could
Well, hey,
And Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. John Krasinski, you will recognize from I think The Office, right?
Yeah.
A comedian, and Emily Blunt, of course, has been around for a long time.
she's
and
very
she's
good.
a very, very accomplished actress.
mhm.
And then the two of them made this scary movie,
Mhm.
The Quiet Place,
Mhm.
an enormous success. So they went from being kind of, mid-level celebrities to just absolutely stinking, reeking Hollywood rich because of the success of a single movie.
Yeah.
And it was a very successful movie,
Hmm.
and now they're going to capitalize on it by making the sequel.
Part two.
Does he come back? Is he alive?
No.
Yeah, and
No.
the husband Krasinski, John Krasinski, the comedian, actually
Yeah. Yeah.
directed this thing, and by
Right.
golly, he did
Very
a
good.
tremendous job. People
Yeah.
just loved it,
Wow.
including Tina.
Yes.
There we
I
go.
did.
So,
And it scared me, and I mean, those scary movies sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was very effective.
So there we go. So part two, coming to the theaters on the.
That's on the 28th, yeah.
28th.
Yeah, that big weekend there.
Good.
Wow.
We got a blood drive on that day too. On that Saturday. Yeah, that Saturday morning, the blood bus is going to be out there in front of the theater. Come in, you can sign up at bloodhero.com.
Yeah,
Get a free movie if you come in and donate some blood.
Nice,
Excellent.
nice. So a lot happening. Check it out all on sawmilltheaters.com. And for everybody listening on the radio, hey, we're going to be getting back to your classic hits here on KRIM. But you can continue to listen to us and watch us on the KRIM FM Facebook page or the KRIM YouTube
As
channel.
well you should.
As well you should, and that is right. So,
Wouldn't it be more convenient if for our
Andy,
listening
we're going
listening
off the,
public?
Here he goes.
we're going off the radio right now, Andy. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going
Just
to
talk
say.
over him. Talk over him.
But now it is time for the KRIM weather.
Nicely played.
Oh, shut down again.
Well played. You do it way better than I do.
Wait, no, I learned the secret is don't give you a chance to take off. To try and shoot you down. If the plane never leaves the ground.
Grab those feet,
Don't
man.
crash.
That's funny. No, that is good. So
But actually, it's no greater expense. You've already paid us for the hour.
that's right.
That's true.
Oh, that is true. If you're, well, that was how your
What do you think?
contract was written. It was a full hour, and whether it was on the air or online.
I'm
But
gonna have my lawyer whipped.
well, hey, we have until the end of the year. Then you can negotiate a new contract. But until then, this is how it
The end of
is.
the calendar year.
Yeah,
Really?
we're calendar
The end
year.
of the school year?
Yeah, the budget year, the fiscal year. No, that is good. So it's good. People, all the different movies that are offered at the theater, the children's movies, hoping that summertime, with people being out and about more, that they'll be coming into the theater.
Well, so much of it has been, with the last year and everything, the studios have been pushing all these big movies back. So that's where we're kind of excited about Memorial Day. That we get these Quiet Place 2 and Cruella coming out. So a couple big ones there, and hopefully get
Who's
people.
playing Cruella?
Your favorite there.
Glenn Close.
No.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Emma Stone.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Emma
good for
Stone.
her.
Okay.
Emma Stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be a little bit of a. It is a PG-13.
Oh.
It's not a.
That's not PG.
Yeah,
No,
not
they're
PG.
making
It's a
They're
live
making
action.
hats out of Dalmatians. It's a pretty serious business here.
That's that's true. What they did to those little Dalmatians wasn't
Poor little guys.
poor little buggers. So here's another one on this day. Let's
did
see how
anybody-
you guys.
Did anybody win?
Did we?
No, I didn't. I'll pose the question one more time. I'll ask it
yeah,
one
you
more
can
time.
get on
because
it. Bear
I threw
down
out
here.
Mia, and it's still
I
no.
know
Yeah.
because there are
Just
people
slip
watching.
that out.
I say MJ.
But
Yeah.
1997 science fiction film that was released on this day, 1997, was the most expensive European film ever made. What film was it? Now, here's another question. On this day in 2011, so you don't have to go back quite as far.
That's lucky for us.
2011,
Can't remember.
this movie made $350.6 million in its opening weekend, 2011.
Okay.
And
I'm on it.
oh, well, you know what it is?
Well, this is it's got to be Star Wars.
No,
No. Avengers in it.
no.
Uh-oh.
Do you want me to give you director?
Yeah.
Rob Marshall.
Rob Marshall.
Who's he?
Wait, 350 million opening weekend, or
In opening weekend. Yeah.
Penny Marshall's brother?
all right, wait, what? It's not.
So any of you guys, if you're listening, chime in.
You
You're
too can be
watching.
the movie guys.
See,
not Star Wars?
beat the movie guys.
Some movie guys.
So yeah, right here, 2011 film directed by Rob Marshall, and its premiere weekend, opening weekend, made $350.6 million.
Oh. Was it a Jurassic?
And what film is it? 2011.
Was it Jurassic? In the
This
family
is-
of Jurassic?
No,
Avengers? It's got to be one.
no,
Not Avengers.
no.
No.
It's a pretty big, and there was a series. There were
Batman?
multiple. Nope.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, little
Wow.
stumpity stump.
You need to find other people to replace
Well, this
us.
is this is
No.
always
No,
the
that-
Smart ones.
Yeah. Ones that actually wake up in the morning.
I know it's early. It's early. So,
Fast and Furious.
no.
Oh, come on.
I'll give
all right, I'm
you.
stumped. I don't know.
I'll give you. There's a connection to Disney.
Yeah.
A Disney ride.
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh
Pirates
my
of the
God.
Caribbean
Oh my
on
God.
Stranger
yeah,
Tides.
yeah.
That's a terrible movie.
$350.6 million.
People liked it, I guess.
Johnny
Terrible
Depp,
movie, though.
Johnny
Penelope
Depp.
Cruz.
That wasn't very good. It was.
No, that's what
Johnny
they.
Depp channeling Keith
That's
Richards.
what they went to.
Right.
They went to Limbo, and Limbo apparently is a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Caribbean Beach, man. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody
no.
know Limbo.
And here, even though it's not movie related, it is television. But I know all of you probably, I bet all of you watched this. No, I watched it.
Perhaps.
1987. 1987, Diane Chambers. Her final episode on what TV comedy series? Diane Chambers was her character. Diane Chambers. Diane.
Cheers.
Yep.
Oh
Shelley Long.
my
Shelley
Was it
Long.
that long ago?
Yeah, Shelley Long.
87?
Remember when
Long?
Shelley? Yeah, when she left Sam, and I mean it was the
Oh.
final.
Oh.
And then who was it that came in and took her place as the owner or
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley? That's
Kirstie
right,
Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shelley Long. That series that was so good.
It was
Cheers.
good.
And
Yeah.
boy, that was like the
Yes.
career wrong move of the century for Shelley Long.
Mm,
She just disappeared like she was dropped in the lake.
mm. So bringing it back to movies, what TV shows? Are there any big TV shows series that ever became big movies?
I don't know, but there are some actors. We have this movie coming out today at 1:00. Wrath of Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Guy Ritchie frequently just stuffs his movies with notable actors,
Mhm.
and some of the notable actors that he stuffed this movie with
Mm-hmm.
have been prominent in TV series, successful TV series. Jeffrey Donovan.
Jeffrey Donovan.
Yes.
Okay, does
Yeah.
anybody remember seeing Burn Notice?
Vaguely.
Oh,
Yeah.
tremendous!
Yeah.
Just a very successful. Ran about 5 years, I think. And he also played in Tina's favorite movie of all time, The Changeling, when they stole the baby from.
Oh, yeah, I do like it. It's not
Yeah.
my favorite movie of
It was
all time.
Angelina,
It's
yeah.
good,
Yeah,
Angelina.
Angelina.
And it's a Clint Eastwood.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. Josh Hartnett.
Hartnett,
Hartnett?
yeah. He's very good.
Yes,
Yeah.
he played a werewolf in Craig's favorite TV series of all time, Penny Dreadful.
Oh, I
it is
love
up there.
Penny Dreadful.
It was
Oh,
up there. That was so
That
good.
is a
Yeah,
really
it really
good
was
TV
good.
series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he also played in the greatest vampire movie of all time, according to Craig, a terrible travesty of a vampire movie, according to me, 30 Days of Night.
Yes, night.
That was
Uh,
that was
I
a
love these guys.
that was a vampire movie that they filmed in New Zealand and pretended it was Point Barrow, Alaska, my old stomping grounds.
So that you like that better than like Vampire
Just-
Diaries?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Now, Bram Stoker's Dracula was really good too,
Oh.
Yeah.
with Keanu Reeves and
Yeah,
Gary
that was
Oldman.
really
Gary
good.
Oldman.
Gary
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
But 30 Days a Night was really good. That was
You
good.
just liked it because of all the people gobbling.
Oh, come on, that scene they did that really cool scene where like from like above,
Yeah.
and it was just because it's all snow and there's just dead people with the blood, it was just a great scene. I mean, an incredible
30
shot
Days
of
of
everything.
Night.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
30 Days of Night.
yeah, it was Ben Forrester or something kind of played the
Yes.
not Van Helsing, the
Oh,
the guy that turns
is it Ben Helsing?
no Van Helsing's the guy who's the Renfield.
Renfield.
Yeah, he's kind of a Renfield character. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Love
Josh
Renfield.
Hartnett plays the sheriff,
yeah.
which of
Yeah.
course in Alaska we don't have sheriffs. That's another thing that made me mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So I mean,
technicalities.
yeah.
Okay, and just to continue,
Yeah.
Eddie Mason
Eddie
is
Mason.
also in Wrath of Man.
Oh.
He played, and I guess still does, I haven't seen it for a while, but he plays a continuing character in the TV show. Glad you brought up TV shows.
Mhm.
Ray Donovan, another just sparklingly good,
Oh.
very grown-up series though. Eddie Mason, however, did play in The World's End, which is a zombie movie.
Thank heavens you were
Yeah,
able to interject.
was able to switch that in there.
Interject.
And also Scott Eastwood, who's famous
Clint's son, right?
for The Longest Ride
Mm-hmm.
and Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Andy Garcia is also playing
Mhm.
today at 1 o'clock in Wrath of Man. Andy Garcia is a very accomplished actress
Yeah.
or actor with
Right.
oodles of important credits.
Yeah, starting way back with The Godfather 3.
That's right.
He was in that, young, gorgeous.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
play, or has played, significant number of kind of mafioso
Mhm.
sort of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
He was in Ocean's 11.
right.
movie that was so good that he was in For a Greater Glory.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remember?
I haven't thought about that for a long time.
Yeah,
that
for
was a
greater
yeah,
glory.
really good
For a
movie.
Greater Glory. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So
Vampires?
no. For Greater Glory, great movie.
Chainsaw Massacres?
No, it was about the Cristeros in Mexico,
Right.
1920s, when the Mexican government basically went after the Catholic Church and was slaying.
Subdued it.
Well, they were
Right.
executing priests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. That is not a a well understood, in America anyways, not a well understood aspect of Mexican history.
Yeah. And as recent 1920s, so
Yeah,
fewer than
no,
100
it's-
years ago.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Andy Garcia also made a wonderful movie about Cuba, which
Mm.
was very critical of Castro, as anybody who's
One of the Dead.
Yeah, huh? No. It was called The Lost City,
Let's see.
and it's not been viewed very much. But he got all these people who were refugees from Cuba to work on this movie.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, it's an amazing movie, and it really shows Che Guevara in the true light. He was a sociopathic murderer, and Andy Garcia really had his handle on, how evil the Castro regime was, and the revolution.
And that was for the love or country.
No, it was called The Lost City.
Oh, the Lost City.
Yeah.
There's another one for love or country, the
Right.
Arturo Sandoval story.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Where,
Yeah. He's very unusual in that he has a very clear view of Che Guevara. I always say if I see these T-shirts with Che Guevara on them, worn by these the brainless millennials, I'm like, hey, go to Cuba. Go where it is. He would have killed you anyway because you're an idiot. So I
Probably
guess
for
I-
wearing the T-shirt, he wouldn't have liked it.
He was a sociopathic murderer.
Yes.
Why would you wear a graphic sociopathic murderer on your, but yeah, he has the cool beret and the cigar, so that makes him cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
right. But
Mm,
no,
don't
Andy
know.
The Lost City is really worth seeing.
The Lost City.
Yeah,
Mm.
really good.
As is another, and I can't let this go by, another just brilliantly anti-Castro movie, which is also a zombie movie, Juan of the Dead.
Oh, yes.
There's a
One of the
scene.
Dead, yeah.
There's a scene in Juan of the Dead.
Juan of the Dead?
Yeah, it's a play on
Juan
Shaun.
of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
play on Shaun of the Dead.
Oh. Juan of the
Juan
Dead?
of the Dead.
Yeah. So, as far as I know, it's the
Right.
only combined Cuban-Spanish zombie movie ever made. And it's really a great movie. But there's one scene in there where, you've got the zombie outbreak has outbroken.
Yeah.
And the head of the local block committee is haranguing the citizens and that she's responsible for in Marxist theory, and using Marxist theory in order to combat the zombie outbreak. It is absolutely hysterical and at the same time absolutely terrifying.
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm.
83% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
83%. Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, if you only see one zombie movie this week, see that.
You only see once. Oh. So, there we go. So what else? Movie talk?
Well, we
Maybe-
should talk about Jason Statham.
We should.
We
Oh,
really
okay.
should,
Yeah.
because he is a screen presence. I mean,
Mhm.
there are just people whom the camera loves, and the camera loves Jason Statham.
Yeah,
He
it's not
really
like
is.
the guy's an actor.
No,
He
and
has a frown,
And
and
it's
that's
not-
pretty
not
much
like
that's
he-
pretty much it as far as his range
He's
is.
a
Wait, there we go.
star.
Look, there's
Yeah.
Oh,
him
look, he's
smiling.
got a smile.
Right, yeah.
There's Jason smiling.
right, but
I've never
he's-
seen
go.
that before.
but
There you
he's
go.
good,
There's
yeah.
Jason.
Oh, okay,
that's what he
really looks like.
There's
Well,
Jason
he's a very
Strays.
accomplished martial artist,
Uh-huh.
and I think he's a very good. He's a star who has acting chops. I think
Mhm.
really, and one of my
You're
favorite.
very generous.
Come on, one of my favorite movies with him is called The Bank Job, which was a true story. Made about a particular bank robbery in England, and it's
Mhm.
just excellent. I mean, I every time I get a chance to see it, I will watch it again. Really,
Mm.
Not to be confused with the Italian Job.
that's
Yeah.
a good movie too.
And he's also in that one.
Yeah,
He
really,
plays
yeah.
what, Handsome Bob? Or
Yeah, Handsome Bob.
I
Right.
say that about John Wayne.
Yeah.
He was a star. I don't know.
Right,
If
he was
that
an
great of
actor.
an actor. Yeah.
Right.
He was John Wayne in movies. So it was,
Right.
and he was very good at that. But yeah, not a lot of range there.
Yeah.
A little quiet man. We were talking about that. but-
Yeah, and Jason Statham did a movie called London, where he was not an action hero. It was It was a kind of a intriguing drama, but he wasn't very good. So,
No.
but he gave it a shot.
Right.
He wasn't afraid to try it.
He's cranked out the Fast and Furious movies too. The last couple.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we got another one of those coming June 26th.
Okay.
26.
I think it's the next Fast and Furious film. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that one? Hobbs and somebody.
Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Hobbs and Shaw. Is you got
Spin-off. Yeah, spin-off
got-
of Fast and Furious.
You got The Rock,
The
who's
Rock.
famous for being able to frown, and you've got
Mhm.
Jason Statham, who's famous for being able to frown, and you got them both in the same movie.
Yeah.
And as it turned out, was quite successful. People wanted to watch frown guys do silly stuff.
Jason Statham's only like 5'6" or
Really?
didn't he? Didn't
He
kind of
seems
short-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
No,
be
he's
kinda-
very compact.
Yeah, putting him next to Dwayne Johnson was kind of a challenge.
I bet.
Dwayne Johnson's a big old monster.
And Dwayne Johnson just doesn't frown. He also does the eyebrow. You know?
That's right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got two.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got two acting chops.
Yeah, he does the eyebrow. He puts that up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson's got a little bit more of a comedic aspect to him too.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, the Jumanji films.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
those, you know, I love those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually part of the kids classics.
Oh,
the summer
really?
too. Yeah, I'm not sure on the
Oh.
dates on those, but they're
Now,
coming
the
up. I think in June.
original or the remake?
No, the two remakes.
Oh,
Jumanji
good.
and
They're fun.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jungle.
they're
Yeah, both of
great.
them.
Yeah.
So, Dwayne Johnson, as you were saying, 6'5". 6'5".
Big.
So,
Mm.
big. I mean, a big guy. And when he's next to Kevin Hart, I mean, how
Or Jason
how they
Statham.
look. Or, yeah.
Right.
But then I'm sure you've seen this picture, The Rock next to Charles Barkley and
Oh, my word.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh,
my
my.
word. Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
So that puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
That's The Rock at
Yeah.
6'5".
Yeah. Oh, those boys.
Big.
Wow.
I was watching clips of the Comedy Central roast of Justin Bieber,
Uh-huh.
and they had Kevin Hart and Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh,
Yes.
goodness.
And Kevin Hart's like 5'3" or something,
he
and
really?
he was sitting next to
Wow.
Shaquille O'Neal, and it was looked like a 5-year-old sitting next to him. Yeah, it was like,
Wow.
Yeah, well, yeah, with those guys, that is,
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That's hysterical. Yeah, really.
I know, yeah, it's, that's something. I know. Well, that, I don't know, I have a picture, where I was next to, a basketball player, my uncle who raced vintage motocross. So the motocross with the dual shocks in the back, you know, like the old motocross. There's a circuit and they race, you know, vintage motocross. And my sons and I went to watch him in Phoenix. He was out from New Jersey racing in Phoenix. And when I got there, a race was going on and I saw this, oh my gosh, this guy on a motorcycle. And all the guys were going by, and then this guy on a motorcycle with his knees, his elbows, you know, his knees at his elbows. I'm like, that is a big guy. And they're racing 250, 600s, I forget what class. But everyone looked normal size, and then you have this guy. And I'm like, that guy's abnormally big. He's just really big. So I went over to the board with all the names, and I saw this name, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It was Rick, but spelled R-I-K,
Right.
last name Schmitz. And he was the center for the
Oh.
Indiana Pacers.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Look at him.
that's how
Wow.
tall.
Wow.
I think 7'1".
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, so that is a picture
Wow.
of myself and my children next to him. And yeah, that guy's riding motorcycles.
How fun.
Interesting. We were over in Western Village before we moved over here, and I saw a very large man walk by that window that looked into the book area. And again, I said, that's an unusually large human being. And I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder if that's him. And I went out, and sure enough, I found him in a store, and it was him. I showed him the picture. I said, hey, Rick. And he knows my uncle real
Oh,
well. And
That's great.
they, you know, had a good time racing together. And he said he just moved down to Scottsdale
Wow.
and is living down there now.
How
Cool.
fun.
So
Cool.
yeah, interesting,
Yeah.
but big
Yeah, that's a big guy.
big guy. So yeah, it makes you feel small.
Now, I'm looking up that this, this thing here, where, I'm looking up stuff in Jason Statham movies.
Yeah.
It says that he was in Collateral. Now, remember that was the Tom Cruise with,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx?
Yep.
And directed by the great Michael Mann. I mean, Michael Mann has directed some of to me, he directed all the Miami Vice, the old Miami Vice with Don Johnson, and then he also directed Manhunter, which to me is the Hannibal Lecter, the pivotal Hannibal Lecter movie. It's better than any of the other ones, even with Sir Anthony Hopkins. It's just a scary, scary movie.
Yeah, there's a great line.
But I don't know if he's in there.
There's
I mean,
a great line
in
in Collateral too, where
Yeah.
Tom Cruise tells Jamie Foxx he should be more appreciative of his mother,
Yes.
and he says, "She carried you under her heart
Yes.
for 9 months."
Yeah.
Mm.
And apparently Jason Statham is in that movie.
Yeah, airport man.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the airport man.
That's right. Yeah, but that again it's a very Tom Cruise plays definitely against type.
Yep.
Plays a hitman, and he's absolutely stunning. And there is this one section in which he shoots. He pulls out his gun and shoots. It is so quick and so accomplished that we've reversed it and played it back a couple of times just to watch him move. And Tom Cruise, I've gotta hand it to him. However weird he may be with his Scientology stuff, he is an amazing actor.
Mm.
And that scene, you can tell that he trained and trained and trained.
Mm.
Very, very
He does.
accomplished.
Yeah, he does a lot of his own stunt
He
work.
immerses
He's doing
himself.
that,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some of those skyscraper scenes in Mission Impossible, where
Totally,
that's
yeah.
him on the side of the
Yeah,
building, and
yeah.
the one where he's hanging off the airplane,
Yeah.
getting ready to take off.
Yeah.
And when he did that jump and broke his ankle.
Broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And they replayed that, and you
Mm-hmm.
see it, and then he still pulls himself up
Yep.
and tries to run,
Yeah.
but kind of to continue the scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he just didn't hang there and hey, come get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wow, yeah.
There's just a ferociously frightening motorcycle chase in one of the Mission Impossible movies where they're in Morocco.
Mm.
They're out in the
Oh,
desert.
yeah.
They're out in the desert and they're
Mhm.
going through these big sweeping turns and stuff, and
Mhm.
at about 4,000 miles an hour. And he's driving
He
the
did it,
motorcycle.
yeah.
He did
Mm.
that.
He did his own
Wow.
work. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
impressive. That movie Collateral, I have to see it. I don't.
Oh, man.
You have to go
gotta
see that. That's quite a movie.
That is
Yeah,
such
with
a-
Jamie Foxx and Mark
Yeah.
Ruffalo
Yep.
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
Gee, that
the
thing
direction, Michael Mann is such a beautiful director. He does things so, it's almost like it's surreal, but
Mhm.
it's not. He's great. One of my favorite
Yeah.
directors.
And then we got to talk about the Meg, probably the greatest
Oh,
film
the
of all time.
The Meg, yeah.
Jason
Jason
Statham, yeah.
Statham's in that,
The Meg?
definitely, yeah, the
The
Meg.
He plays the Meg.
Yeah.
No,
I know
he's
I remember.
he saves the world from the Meg.
From
That's
the Meg,
right.
Right,
Yeah,
Giant
as
sharks.
only he could.
Yes.
yes.
Because
You know, one of the most fun movies that was Crank.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
that
great.
was
Him
good.
and-
That's awesome.
Him and A.B. Smart.
Another
Yeah.
just ridiculous film, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super good.
Had to keep his heart rate up for him
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah.
And A.B. Smart was willing to help.
Yeah.
Nice of her.
Right.
Yeah.
How about Spy?
Yeah, I thought that was a terrible
You thought that was terrible?
I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
No.
And and the setup there is you've got Melissa McCarthy,
Yeah.
who's overweight, I guess you could say, and her boyfriend is this super hot Jason Statham. So that's the joke there.
Uh-huh.
And that's all he had to do with the movie was just.
Sounds like Maria and I. So I mean, I don't know. It's believable.
got the martial arts.
Yeah, she's the hot one, and I'm just the overweight guy. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, hey.
Now the florists are going to be making money today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
listen to
understand.
you. And thank you, Craig. Yeah, these guys. Gosh. Hey,
We have developed.
yeah. Well, hey, there we go. And it is almost 11 o'clock. So, hey, thank you guys for tuning in.
Guy Ritchie,
Thank you.
1 o'clock.
Guy
There it
Ritchie.
is.